Our Westminster system is broken and our economy is rigged. Both are run in the interests of the few. Things can and must be different. We are standing up to the elites who are determined to hijack Brexit, to pay even less tax and take even more of the wealth that we all create. We're standing up to the corporate interests, plundering our NHS. £13 billion of NHS budgets is already privatised. How much more will be left if the Tories get another 5 years of damaging our NHS? That's why we're under attack. We're drawing a line. A line under decades of privatisation, from energy and rail to health and social care, that has made some people very, very rich. But it's not delivered richer lives for the vast majority. It will mean standing up to powerful vested interests. This Tory leader sat alongside David Cameron in government for 6 years. She was in the cabinet room when they decided to introduce the bedroom tax. What was fair about that? What was fair about racking up tuition fees? Or taking benefits away from people with disabilities? About closing Sure Start centres? Or starving schools of cash so they now have to have collections to pay the teachers and the teaching assistants? Or opening up the NHS to be plundered by profiteers in the Health and Social Care Act? And what was fair about giving big business and the very richest in society tax giveaways worth tens of billions of pounds, while the rest of us were told tighten our belts and accept a big dose of austerity? Instead of a country run for the rich, Britain will be a country in which people are not held back, in which everyone is able to lead a richer life. Too many people worry that voting won't change anything, that all politicians are the same. We're not all the same, but people are frustrated that a system remains rigged in the few, for the few, that the lives of the many don't seem to be getting any better. They vote, nothing changed. The economy is still rigged in favour of the rich and powerful. We have to show that we are different, that we will transform this country. We are genuinely for the many, not the few. There will be a reckoning for those who thought they could get away with asset stripping our industries, crashing our economy through their greed, and ripping off workers and consumers. When did the Conservatives, Osborne, Cameron, May, Johnson, ever stand up to their financial backers and demand our money back? They never did, and they never will. They make our nurses, our carers, our soldiers, our disabled, our young people trying to get a home of their own, our elderly looking for dignity in retirement, and for those working hard to get a foothold in some decent housing. It makes me angry. It makes me really angry. And I know it makes the people of this country angry too. It can be frustrating, it takes its toll. It's far easier to compromise your beliefs and go along for the ride. Standing up for the many against the few means a struggle, often against the odds. Looking out for the few is easy. Winning for the many is hard. Don't wake up on June the 9th to see celebrations from the tax cheats, the press barons, the greedy bankers, Philip Green, Southern Rail, and crooked bankers that take our wealth and have got away with it. Do you want food banks? Do you want children going hungry to school? Do you want more homeless on the streets of this country? Do you want small businesses unable to survive because they're being ripped off by big corporations? Or do you want an economy that works for all, where we invest for the future? So our young people, our brilliant young people, coming out of college and university, so skilled and so often unable to get a job anywhere near their skill level. All those that stare at the mobile phone all morning, hoping they'll get a text offering them a few hours' work on a 0 hours contract. Think about this. Our country has the greatest pay gap of many of the industrial countries of the world. It doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be like that.